I am, same as the night before, searching my mind as I pace my wooden floor. From one window to another, two views not much different from each other, staring down to the town below, a god-forsaken gutter. Same as the night before, I bear the wailing of sirens, filling the nightly air. The neighbors slam their doors and argue at the highest volume. My wall has an ear, so they must know that I can hear, but likely they don't care, I assume. I continue my pacing, same as the night before, when suddenly I stopped and stared out at the building that was condemned just a few months before. I concentrated harder on something that caught my gaze. I couldn't believe my eyes that a room on the top floor was dimly lit ablaze. There was a figure standing behind the window glass, but its physical features were hidden by darkness. I figured it nothing more than a vagrant who dared to trespass. I discontinued my pacing and took a seat because the figure sent a chill up my spine and inspired my heart to start racing. There is nothing to fear, I thought, just some crazed, trespassing vagrant that will get caught. Fear, what a silly little feeling my naive mind had bought. I lit a cigarette to pass some time, took a puff, and grabbed my notepad and prepared to write a rhyme. But my mind was curious still, wondering of the figure in the window, standing and staring so still. I finished my smoking, looked back out to the building, and was so badly startled I began choking. There the figure was again, still standing the same it was before, and now I was sure it was at me it was staring. A fear raced through me as I watched a light flicker behind the figure, an image becoming menacing and scary. I will not be bullied or bested by trickery, I said. I grabbed a kitchen knife and set out to face this fear head to head. It was a short walk to this building barricaded by wood. A feeling of worry came over me. Go back home? Maybe I should. I eventually collected my courage inside and removed the lumber from the entrance door. Took a step in and smelled of something that had crawled in and died. The elevator was out of service, so I took the stairs all the way up to the top floor surface. I approached the door, and there was still a light lit. My hands began to tremble a little, I must admit. My frightened hand reached for the knob to turn. One finger laid on it at a time, delaying the moment I discovered the figure behind the candlelight burn. Slowly, I opened the door, and what did I see? Blankets scattered around and the figure standing very still, now just a few feet away from me. "Hello?" I dared to ask. "Is this all some kind of joke? To scare me, was that your task?" The figure did not respond a word, so I moved closer to reveal a mannequin, and in that moment I recognized myself as being absurd. This had all been the work of my imagination. Me bested by fear and paranoia, what a hilarious sensation. I made my way back home and locked it up tight, still feeling a little silly that I had been given a fright. I climbed under my blanket and shut out the light. I will probably laugh about this all tomorrow morning and night. The next day, I awoke much later than usual. I had overslept past dusk and slept better than the dead at a funeral. But how very odd that there was a candle ablaze on my windowsill. It was not me that lit it, and suddenly I felt a familiar chill. I turned over, and what I saw made me go out of my head. There the mannequin was under the blankets, lying next to me in my own bed.